Good morning, my darlings. Happy Sunday. So I've just been giving a class to my student about biomagnetics and how it works in conjunction to clearing out negative energy and how to avoid being around negative people. As creative empaths, we reflect what we absorb, and my students are currently learning the hard way what happens when you absorb too much negative energy of the people around you. So I was giving them a class on biomagnetics, and we started talking about karma. And as a gatekeeper, one of my roles here in this lifetime is to seek people out for their karma and their dharma, so I can give them blessings and I can send them for judgment as well. Now, I was going to tell this to my student, but I thought I might do a video instead, because I think it's easier if I put this out there so everyone can understand, and then I send her the video. There's a lot of misconceptions out there on what karma is and where it comes from. There are two laws with which a soul is governed: the laws of karma and dharma. The laws of karmic fate are all based on your actions. From the minute you're born to the minute you die, everything you say, do, react and respond to decides what happens next, okay? So your fate is in the hands of you and only you, based on your actions. Dharmic law is when you do everything coming from a higher place and pure of heart, where it is done for the pure love of it and not for anything else that brings vices into it, like greed, power, lust, that sort of thing. When you live in your virtuous state, you receive dharma. When you live in your vice state, you receive karma. Now, while it is the universe that is responsible for keeping the balance of all atomic energy in the universe, it is a popular misconception that it's God or your gods that deal your fate and are responsible for the karma that you receive as retribution for going against the laws of human nature, going against the laws of the universe. And it's not true. Your God is not responsible for dealing you the hands of karma. They do not deal your hands of fate. They simply provide the cards, so to speak. You're the one who holds them. You're the one who decides the move you're going to make next. However, while it's not your gods that are responsible for your karma, it is your ancestors' responsibility for your karma. And this is where I come in as a gatekeeper, because as a gatekeeper, I represent all of mankind's ancestors. I speak on behalf of all ancestors, all gods, because of the work I have to do with people from all over the world. I have to know their ancestors and know their gods and their faiths and their practices, and that so I can know how to deal with them when they come to me for whatever reason they're coming to me for. And that means, as a gatekeeper, I am also responsible for making sure that only the right people who have earned the right to have access to the light on the other side of the gate are allowed through it. And they are the people who are dealt dharma, the people who live by their faith, who are pure of heart, who have good intentions, people who are, high vibrational. These are the people who receive dharma, which are blessings. People in my life, receive blessings because of how they are around me, because how you treat a gatekeeper decides your fate. Your God puts us there as bait after your ancestors call the gods in to say this person of ours needs to be looked at. So if anyone ever says to you, my ancestors would never let anyone put a curse on me, my ancestors would never let anyone hurt me, my ancestors would never let me get into trouble with God, that sort of thing, you're wrong, because your ancestors would. And the fact that bad things are happening to you is proof that your ancestors have set the laws of karma out to teach you a lesson. And what you need to understand is that if you are receiving karma in your life for any reason, it is a warning from your ancestors that if you don't listen to these warnings and pay your karmic debt, you will be taken to the underworld where you will receive judgment, and if it is declared so, you can be removed from the gene pool. Meaning like your ancestors will switch off DNA in you. We have dormant DNA lying in our bodies, like hundreds of millions of dormant DNA cells in that waiting to be activated to upgrade us throughout our lifetimes a million times over, and they know how to switch these off. So they'll stop you from living long, healthy lives. They'll stop you from having healthy, successful children. They'll stop you from having children. They'll take you young, like that sort of thing. They'll send you to prison. Whatever it is they have to do in order to get the message through to you that you are in trouble of heading to the dark side, where they will then wash their hands of you, because if you're receiving karma, it means that you stepped away from consciousness. And when you step away from doing the right thing, you step away from your ancestors and all the morals and ethics that they had to learn in their lifetimes, that they then watch over their bloodline with to guard and protect us with. The ancestors, when we refer to ancestors, they are the council. They are our council. Our council of elders are our ancestors, and they are all the people of our bloodline throughout our history, throughout our entire genetic history, who got it right. And when we upgrade, we get the best parts of them that allowed them to be councils of elders. Because when you know that movie Mulan, she has her spirit ancestors in that temple, and they send her the dragon. I'm the dragon. Your ancestors call me, and I'm the dragon, basically, and I watch over you and make sure that you do everything you're supposed to do. But if you do wrong, you get sent karma. I'm the bait. A gatekeeper is the bait. The ancestors send us to you to see how you will treat us, and then decide accordingly whether you get blessings or a punishment. And that's how karma works. Your ancestors will drop you in it quicker than you can blink, because if you are considered the bad seed of the family apple tree, they will make you go rotten. If they see you're rotting and you're in danger of rotting the other apples of the apple tree, they will drop you and turn you into compost and recycle you, in the hopes that the next time your seed produces a better bounty of higher vibrational, healthy, healing apples. So your ancestors don't want bad seeds, and when you're getting karma, it means you stepped away from consciousness, which is your higher light. And when you step away from your higher light, you're starting to dabble in the realms of the dark side. And your ancestors, who are the highest vibing of all the ancestors in the universe, don't want to be associated with that. So if they have to drop you and your bloodline in order to distance themselves from your behavior, by name and by genetics, they will do it. So they bring people like me into your life to see how you will treat people like me, and then your fate is decided accordingly. So don't ever let anyone tell you your ancestors are protecting you and wouldn't let anything bad happen to you, because if you're doing wrong, they are the first ones to call the cops, the karmic cops, which is what a gatekeeper is. We're karmic cops. So, and judges. So I just thought I'd explain. Thanks.